Hello, I am here. It's Aunt Lady's Kitchen on Tuesday night, and today I'm doing a pork fried rice. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this mocktail that I kind of like concocted in my brain, and it's kind of like, it's kind of an amalgamation of some other things that I've done, and I'm like, well, we're just going to give it a try, and if it's not good, it's not good. And then also lettuce cups, which technically goes with the first thing I'm going to be making. But first, I am going to cut up some carrots to put in this pork fried rice. And listen, it is before 7 o'clock, but you know what? I still don't want to use a wok. You know, I got that rule. I don't walk out after 7 because I'm just too tired. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and cut these carrot strips in here. So we're gonna have those available. And I'm also going to use them for kind of like the lettuce cups. So the idea with the lettuce cups is I was kind of thinking a week or so ago about, hey, you know what? I need some lettuce cups. Now, you know, sometimes I can just use lettuce and turn it into a wrap, but I kind of wanted it to be, I kind of wanted a smaller version of that. And I wanted to have the option because also what I like to do with lettuce cups, and I will show you what I've got when I'm talking about lettuce cups. Now, they're not a cup. It's more like a lettuce taco situation. But what I like to do is I like to actually put the ingredients inside there. And again, sometimes I'll do it with ingredients that have rice. Sometimes I'll use just, you know, straight general like salad ingredients. Sometimes I'll put strips of meat in there. Just kind of like that way, if I want, I know I need to eat some leafy greens, but I don't want to commit to a whole on salad and put it in a bowl. I just kind of want to throw some things on top. It's kind of like a salad on the fly, if you want to think of it that way. It's just really a quick way to do that. Now, I know that you can buy carrots, shredded carrots. You can do that, or you can shred them yourself. And I'm still kind of using that. I've had these for like a couple of weeks, but I like to kind of cut along these lines because then I can because I just like the carrot coins better because there's more variety there, right? I've got more options. Like, what if I don't want to cut something in strips and I just want the carrot coins, or I want to do more of a flat kind of carrot, like I'll show you here. I just want to kind of cut this in half and make it this way to add like a little heft to something. That's what I want to do. Like, I want to be able to do that, you know, and because I feel like that is my right. Okay. Let's see here. Now, I am not going, like what I'm trying to do is I was buying groceries every week. But now I'm like, okay, let's try to buy groceries every 2 weeks because I know a lot of people, I want to be like, kind of want to be more relatable here. I know a lot of people are, you know, they budget for 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, I can do that too. And so I have not gone to the store yet. I plan on going to the store probably Friday, probably early Friday morning, like after my workout, before I start work. I'll probably stop by the store. That reminds me, I've got to kind of get my shopping list together. And let's see, because I'll be buying for 2 weeks, so that should be interesting. And let's see here. So a couple weeks ago, I went to Price Chopper. They had some really good deals. So I ended up getting pork and steak and chicken. I mean, just like smaller cuts of it. But I was like, oh, wow, these deals. I got like 7 packs of meat for like $40. So I was like, right on. Okay. So now these are all cut up. I've got these carrots. They are cut. And generally, because I'm not, you know, this is not for anybody else. And my hands are clean, but like if I were cooking for somebody else, especially, and generally, even with myself, I generally do put the gloves on. I just kind of like forgot to do that this time. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead, throw these in here because we're going to need these. I'm only going to use part of this amount. Hello, Jessie. And hello, Cousin Connie. I'm only going to use part of it for the rice because I like my carrots to have a little sear, but I don't want to like fry them too much because then it's going to take over. So now I'm bringing out my 2 burner, and because I said I would measure, this is 1/3 cup. So I'm going to use 1/3 cup of this toasted sesame oil. And let's see here. And this gets hot fast. That's why I didn't, start off with it because I think I did that last time. I was like, ooh, this is hot. Then I started sweating. It was not fun. Okay, here we go. And I'm using a smaller cast iron skillet because I'm just making, here you go. I got my 1/3 cup toasted sesame seed oil. Okay, here we go. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm only cooking so much. So the rice is already cooked. This is kind of how we do ingredients cooking, like grandma ingredients cooking, where you already have something, like I already have the rice together, and I just needed hang on, I just want to get this a tablespoon. I'm just gonna like, you know, make a meal out of this, but it's not gonna be the whole thing. I made probably 2 cups of rice, and so I'm just probably gonna use maybe about 1.5 cups for this. So that's what we're gonna do. But first, I've got to put a little bit of this lemon juice in here. So I want to flavor this. So I'm doing the lemon juice, and I'm doing like about a tablespoon of that. So we're going to do that. And it smells, what I like about toasted sesame oil is that it smells toasted. It smells like you're actually cooking something. And so I really kind of appreciate it. It smells really, really good. Now I have fresh ginger as well. So with ginger, I'm only going to put a couple of pieces in here because generally I don't like to cook this for too long, but I want it to have an essence because I have some fresh ginger to use. That's why I'm not like, you know, doing the powdered stuff right now. So I just put a few in there because I want to give it that essence. And we're just going to let it kind of like cook there and like heat up a little bit. And then I will start putting the rice in and the pork. And I've got some peas as well. And then probably a little bit more of the ginger. And then I have some onions as well. So yeah, so I've got some onions that I need to kind of cook down. That's the thing. I've got like this onion and I've been slicing it and using it. And it's like, finally, it's like, girl, are you done with me yet? It's time. It's time to let me go. So I'm kind of trying to cook the last of it up this week. Okay, since that is heating up, let's see what we can do here. Okay, I have got this for the mocktail that I made my lemon ginger. And I've got lime in there too. And then I wanted to add a little bit of color. So I did, you know, when I used that lime jello, I still have some lime jello left over, like a container of it. So we're using that up. So I already pre-measured everything. Oof. And I didn't want to use too much of that lime jello because I didn't want it to take away, but we'll see. I was kind of doing it for color, okay? And right now when I looked at it, I was like, oh, this looks like pickle juice, but it tastes good. Okay. 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 See here, we've got this all ready to go. Look at this color. This color looks pretty good. It has a whole other color because before it was seriously looking like some pickle juice. And where do I have? Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead. And generally I would say do not do this because I've actually got something cooking above here. So if you're a little kid and you said, Aunt Lainey, but don't put your hand over there. Don't do what Aunt Lainey's doing, okay? Okay, here we go. Just like this. Look at that. It's like got a nice kind of yellow, bright yellow, kind of eggnog looking color to it. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this here. Ooh, this is getting hot. Hang on. Let me turn you down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay. Now I'm going to just give this a little. This is really good. So what I did was I put in, I think, I had like lemon ginger tea. I started with that. And I put it in one of those mason jars because I had this lovely like tea thing. And, you know, I broke the top of it like a year and a half ago. Then the rest of it broke. So, dear friend, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I have the dexterity of like a 3-year-old trying to like use their sippy cup. Okay. Now I have got this ready to go in. We're going to kind of get this kind of turned down a little bit. That got kind of spicy. So, I've got my cup here. So, like I said, I think I put 1.3 cups in here. Maybe it's 1.3 cups, not 2 cups. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, put this in here. So let's see here. Okay, we're gonna kind of. There we go. Okay. Put some more in here, and this smells really good. I'm telling you, toasted sesame oil is the bomb.com. It really is. It's gonna like you add just a little bit of that. It's gonna have that kind of restaurant. You're gonna feel like you're in some kind of restaurant, eatery place. I like eatery. I love millennials because they always come up with like words like that. Okay, here we go. Now this is the sliced pork, and I cooked this pork in what did I think I did a little bit of lemon juice in here. I did like, just like a little bit of like spray oil and a little bit of the toasted sesame seed oil. So sesame oil, I keep wanting to call it sesame seed oil. Okay, so we've got this thing going here. So that's the first layer is that, okay? And next up, I have about, I think with these peas here, I think I have like a couple tablespoons of these peas. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those in as well. Because, you know, peas were on sale a couple weeks ago, and like frozen peas were. So, you know, Aunt Lainey was all about those frozen peas. I was like, okay, peas are kind of like my least favorite. Like, I like peas in other dishes versus like, just like someone's like, oh yeah, we put like a bowl of peas in front of you. I'm like, what else is in them? Is there any rice? What am I working with here? So I do prefer peas to kind of be more of an accompaniment versus like the whole thing. But I also don't freak out when I see peas. Some people have, you know, some kind of stress when they see peas. I am not one of those people. So with the onions that are like, girl, it's time to let us go. So I've got, so this is like a teaspoon. I'm going to use more than a teaspoon. I'm probably going to use the equivalent of like a tablespoon of these, just to like, of these onions, just to kind of get it together here. Okay. Now, I'm going to move this out of the way because we've got my onions in there. Oh, maybe some more onions. Okay, I've got my onions in here. Okay, now I'm going to turn this, because I kind of let it cook a little bit. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. I've got it like on a lower setting. I really love my cast iron skillet. Can I just say that? I've got so many different variations of cast iron skillets. I mean, I love it because it's really easy to cook, and then you've got the option to put it on the stovetop or put it in the oven. I appreciate that. Okay. Ooh, that just like skipped on away. Better watch out. I'm going to get drafted for some kind of like professional softball league. Okay, I've got these carrots, okay? So I'm just kind of like, with the carrots, everybody has a different kind of thing with carrots. I just kind of want to do this. I don't necessarily need the carrots to be all about it. I don't need the carrots all up in my pork fried rice business there, but I do kind of want the essence of the carrot. So I'm going to move these out of the way. Okay, get this all out of the way. I've still got a little bit of this ginger that I plan on kind of integrating in there. So now what I'm doing is, let's just go ahead, kind of move this around a little bit. Move this around. Okay. Now everything on here, like the meat has already been seasoned, and you know, you saw me kind of like put some things in the pan. And now what I'm going to do is, because I kind of want this sesame seed, this toasted sesame oil, I want it to kind of be the star of the show here. So I'm just kind of doing this like so. And then I'm going to come around, because I have fresh ginger I'm going to add in, so I'm not going to put any of the powdered stuff in, because it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much ginger. So yeah. What's up, Miss Sarah? Hope you're doing well tonight. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, chives. Of course I don't have, okay, so again, I know some people cannot do cilantro. I'm so sorry for you. It's not personal, but I like to have a little, I like to put a little cilantro in my fried rice right here. I also put gochujang, I think, in there with the meat. And so what I'll also do is I will also add some in there. Not a lot, because this will take over the entire, so this will take over the entire dish, and that's, I don't necessarily want to do that. So let me see here. What can I, this is like really slow moving out. Okay, let's just put, this is still clean, a half a teaspoon in here. Let's just do maybe the equivalent of a teaspoon. Let's do that. There we go. Okay, let's get that in there. Okay, we're just going to do, again, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yes. Okay, sorry. I just can't. Every time I say that, I just want to start dancing to Aretha Franklin. Okay. So you saw me put that teaspoon in there. And again, I just want to give it an essence. I don't want to drown it. And I know everybody has their own kind of taste when it comes to that, because a little bit goes a long way with this. So I just kind of want to kind of keep it around. Now what I really like about this, because again, I would not call this authentic pork fried rice by any means, but a lot of times we have, you know, things in our pantry, like, you know, and we got to do a fridge clean out. And this is like fried rice is a perfect kind of fridge clean out in general. Like, let's say I didn't have the pork, but I had the carrots and the peas, and that's what I would do. And I still have, like, I think last time, my last video I did, or maybe the video before, I had like breaded chicken breast, like a chicken patty, I should say. I threw that into the air fryer. I like brushed some, you know, a gochujang on there and a little bit of ginger and all that, and I served it on top of the fried, I think that was last week. I served it on top of the fried rice noodle, the pan fried rice noodle. Y'all, it was good. It was good. It tasted so good, and it was even good like the next day. It tasted even better the next day. So we're just gonna slowly kind of cook that, get that together. Okay, now, if I were just trying to be super cozy, I could use this bowl, or I could use a smaller, and I never have these ramekins out. I'm always having to come up here. I could use a smaller ramekin if I wanted this to kind of be more of a side dish and like do some kind of meat with it, or some kind of a sandwich or something like that, some kind of wrap. I would just, you know, I could use it as the side and, you know, put the meat someplace else. Have it maybe be standalone. So, okay, we're just going to keep moving this way, and then I'll start just kind of a slow thing. And you know what I need to do? I need to get a lid. Where's that lid at? I'm going to put a lid on here. Okay, just kind of like let it kind of cook a little bit. And, okay, let's see here. I still have my carrots I'm planning on using, but as I'm talking to you, I'm going to clean as I go, just because it makes it so much easier, just in general. And it's, I think whenever possible, it's a good habit to get into, to clean as you go, because it makes it like, you know, after I do this, generally what I do is I wash my dishes like after this, because, you know, again, I'm like in a kind of like a flow state. And so the faster I get it done, you know, the more likely, you know, I am to kind of go, okay, like let's keep going. I can get other things done after this show, and I'm not just like, oh man, it's going to take me 30 minutes to clean everything up and then put it, you know, then do the dishes. I don't have to do that because I'm really kind of aware of what I need to do. So, okay, moving this out of the way. Okay. Now you can't see that. Whoa, I just put my hand over there, trying to go lower. Like, I'm trying to go lower and I can't. That's okay. I will move this out of the way so that I can go lower. Oof. Okay. Here I go again on my own. You know, when I used to watch MTV and VH1, that video, that Whitesnake video, Here I Go In, I was so sad. I could never do one of those walkovers. That was like my dream. I was like, oh my gosh, if I could just do a walkover, my life would be so much better. Okay. Now, I did take a taste of this, and this is what I want to tell you because I didn't really like comment on it. I just kind of got distracted, but here we go one more time. Okay, you can taste the ginger, but it's not obnoxious. You can taste like the lemon juice and the lime. I did a little bit of lime. You can also really taste the tea, because this is like a tea-based kind of mocktail. And if you were someone that, you know, had a preference for alcohol, you could add probably about a tablespoon of vodka in here, or a teaspoon, whatever. If you just wanted that little note, you could do that, and then give you like a nice little, like kind of a kick. A nice little, like, sedate little kick. So if you're into that, this is pretty good. Okay. And I've got my cups right here. So this is kind of like, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And I'm going to use a spoon and I'm going to kind of show you how I'm going to do these cups here. Okay, so I've got my cup. Got my cups right here. And see how, like, these are like kind of like the size, perfect, I think, for this. So, okay, so I've turned this off, kind of turned off because it's cooking. So, what we're gonna do, just put a little bit in here. Again, you don't have to load it down. Just put a little bit. If you kind of want to get that essence, and because I don't use cheese on like my rice things or whatever, I do not. That's not my style. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to add carrots to it. So okay, that's the first one. Okay. Okay, that looks like it's kind of going to be more pork heavy, but that is okay. Oof. Okay. Now, if you're somebody who's like, girl, this is not enough food to live on, it's not supposed to be, in the sense of like, it's just supposed to be, what's up, Cousin Jill? It's not supposed to be like this. It's not supposed to be like this thing that, like, you know, completely fills you up. This is kind of like, I don't want to say snack food, but it's kind of like the food, like you could eat this. Let's say you had a really busy night. You need sustenance. You're not super hungry. Perfect for it, right? Or you could just do like the fried, like the rice without it, and, you know, add some other like components to it as well. So this is what I got right here, and I'm actually going to, I think it'll be easier if I present this in a bowl, because I think if I put it on a plate, it's just going to fall over. So let's get this bowl together, and then as I put these together, I am going to throw on the carrots. This is where the carrots come in. So see, I've got 3 right here. And if you're joining me late, I will, you know, take a picture and attempt to style these. It's kind of like a, whoa, this is falling over. Just not, okay, here we go. So I'm going to take these right here. And these feel like kind of big for that. You know what I might do? I might go ahead and just, these, let me just chop them again. I almost fell over, you guys. Okay, so here we go. That's okay. I got back on the good foot. So we're just going to make these small. It's just making them smaller. Just a little smaller here. Just for the presentation. So you can kind of see the other elements. Okay. Now, I'm not really measuring because, again, people have different, you know, they have different preferences for carrots. And some people would be like, girl, why are you messing this up with carrots? Now, because, you know, this is a fridge clean out, I don't have green onions, but my preference would be to also have green onions with this as well. But because it's a fridge clean out, I'm not doing that. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's get this together here. And I will kind of arrange this in a different way. Like I'll take pictures and stuff like that after the video. But let's see here. They'll fall over if I try to put them on a plate and show you. So just trying to keep them secure in the bowl here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is what we got right here. See right here, and I'll pull one out so you can see. So this is what we got. I had those lettuce cups. I put the fried rice in there. I've got it covered with carrots. So it's a nice kind of like a little pop of flavor. Now, like I said, if you're super hungry and you're like ravenous, order a pizza or something, okay? I don't know what to tell you. But if you just need like a little bit of sustenance, it's kind of a little on the later side, this is probably going to be really right up your alley. Okay. Now, I also want to kind of show you what it looks like, hang on, just straight in the pan. So I'm going to get one of these so you can kind of see this in the pan. So this is what we got here. Like this is kind of the leftovers of it. But do you see how that pork is? You see how like this will fill you up. Again, depending on what's up, sister? I don't even know what that looks like. Is that like a branch? I don't know what that is, like what that emoji is. But anyways, so that's what I've got going on for you guys. I did, take stock of everything I did. I just didn't kind of walk you through it tonight, but I will have like a recipe, and I just want to make sure with that, the recipe with the tea and all that stuff, that I nail it right, because that's the kind of thing, if I don't give you the right information, ginger hater, I love ginger. What are you talking about? I got fresh ginger. I got my fresh ginger. It was on sale. I think is it on sale at Aldi's? I don't know. But I got my fresh ginger on. I mean, I got 3 big pieces, and I'm struggling. I'm almost done. I think I have like a piece and a half left. So it's going to be ginger everything, okay? Like you call me ginger spice. That's how much ginger I am going to be using, okay? Okay, on that note, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and tonight and on Tuesdays and all that stuff. I'm kind of some things I'm kind of looking forward to is I was looking at, I want to do, no, wait, which skillet do you need? The small one right here, is that what you're talking about? Sorry, you guys, you're joining in a conversation with me and my sister. Like, we're just like, we're forgetting the world here. We're just 2 sisters here. But yeah, like, I'm looking forward to doing another peppermint kind of mocktail situation. I already kind of know what I want to do. I've got like that idea, and I'm like, I'm going to do this. So looking at that, I also, because I was talking to a friend, I really want to get better at doing meat. Like, my meat tastes good. Like, the meat that I make, it tastes good. Don't get me wrong. Like, you're not, it's good. But I really kind of like, there's people that can make that prime rib, and they're doing like stuff with like turkeys and all that other stuff. I mean, I'm doing cuts of things and drumsticks, but I'd like to really get good at like doing duck breast, because I've got ideas. I want to do some duck quesadillas. And some duck wontons that were amazing. And then I think I had a duck pot sticker not too long ago. Super good. Like, and then duck empanadas. Like, I'm really thinking about, like, man, I want to get into doing like, getting some duck, my skills up with duck and all of that. So that's kind of like my next kind of venture. And eventually I do want to take some knife skills classes. I don't know. I've been saying that for 10 years and I still haven't done it. But, we'll see. We'll see what comes about as far as that. And then something else I kind of want to get into is I'm like thinking about hot chocolate right now, and not just holiday hot chocolate, but like hot chocolate for like, I mean, obviously in the summertime, maybe not so hot, but I'm just kind of thinking about, what, let's get into hot chocolate. Let's see what's going on there. There's some really cool marshmallows out there that I'd like to try. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of brainstorming right now. Just some like new things to try, and then some desserts that I'm kind of thinking about that I want to try. I want to do more things with like fruit tarts. Like, I kind of have like, so when I showed you guys last time, and I'm trying to, do I have I don't know where my little skillets are. I can't, they're probably on the other side, but I've got those small little cast iron skillets that, I baked those gingerbread peppermint cookies in, and those cookies were amazing, you guys. They were so good. And then the other day I baked some chocolate chip cookies in there, and then of course I posted it, and then I put like a little bit of whipped cream. But that would be great if you had like a little scoop of ice cream as well. Just super good. I mean, oh my gosh, they were so good. I love those cast iron skillets. And I mean, I was thinking about getting even more of those. But also something else I want to do is I want to get better at baking cookies. I've got all these really cool stamps for cookies that I have not used yet, so I'm kind of like thinking, like, how am I going to do that? Now, so far, I'll be honest, my cast iron skillet cookies are amazing. My cookies on the pan, I mean, it depends on the day, like how good I can make them. Probably my best cookie that I'm really the best at probably is the sugar cookie. And then I think I made a molasses cookie one time, and that was pretty good. But yeah, chocolate chip is not my best work, unless it's in one of the little cast iron skillet, those little mini skillet pans. Because, again, I don't know what it is about those, but probably because I pay more attention to those, because you have to. The first time I used that cast iron skillet pan, it was good, but it got crunchy. Like, I had to like take a hammer, pretty much a mallet, and like beat those down in like a bag just to kind of, and I put them on ice cream and whipped cream that I had. I just kind of mixed them in and whatever, because they were hard. I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to lose a molar? Okay. Anyways, on that note, you guys can find me AuntLady'sKitchen.com. Aunt Lady's Kitchen on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And I am here most Tuesdays. I want to say every Tuesday, and then I'm going to say that, and then something's going to happen. But I am like Tuesdays around 6:30 or so. That's my time with you guys here. We're all just trying to make it right now, and yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna like take pictures of what I made tonight, and wish you a good night, and I'll see you next week. Take care.